Hi, I'm Kenzie Jones, and this is Patrick Allen with Groopt. Hey Patrick, how's it going?
Wonderful. How about you?
Doing well. So tell us a little bit about Groopt and what it is.
So Groopt is focused on a private community for nonprofit organizations. And right now we're laser focused on fraternities and sororities. We allow them to connect with their members directly without all the noise of Facebook and Twitter, through the mobile web, through the internet. And we give them the ability to be far more productive and then focus on their member experience. So they're able to connect with their members, and really, because for a member organization, that's what the members join for. If it's all member-centric, it's all about what do you have to offer in terms of a value experience. But right now, they don't have anything to really manage that and to connect with their members. So we allow them to set that up on the web for free.
That's awesome. So how are you different than the other type of, websites like this, like Yammer or even Facebook groups and things like that?
Well, for starters, with Yammer's all business focused and it's largely expensive, so nonprofits isn't going to get something like Yammer set up. It's also much more focused on the individual having numerous groups outside. So if you imagine your life like a Venn diagram, you could have your fraternity in one place, you could have an IM soccer team in another, you could have your family in another, and all those are parts of groups. You're the epicenter of them. And it's all about being able to connect with those people back and forth. But with a group, you always have people using different calendar applications. They want to use, one person's on an iPhone, another one's on an Android. We allow you to bring all those things into one place, effectively connect with that group, sync all the calendar data together, have one private stream to communicate back and forth, and then it's all focused on you and the experience you're having back and forth with the individuals. It's also 100% private. There's no advertisements, so we don't sell your data, we don't scan your data, and it's all about connecting that member back with the individuals that they choose to. So it's not about invite as many people as you can in your network, or as many people as you can into this group. It's like keep things close, keep things private, and stay productive with the people that you need to.
I love that. So tell me a little bit more about the calendar. How do you sync across all platforms?
Oh, the calendar's great.
Yeah, that just sounds awesome.
Like years ago, you never would have caught me saying like, oh, that calendar's great. I was never like the really organized guy. So my mom, if she heard this, she would just be like, God, he needed this 5 years ago. But what the calendar does, it's focused on the group itself. So instead of being a one-to-one connection, like I share an event with Kenzie, this allows me to tag events to specific subgroups within a group. And just for like a use case in a fraternity or sorority, they have an executive council, they've got an IM sports team, they've got a philanthropy committee. Well, they don't want every event to be sending out a reminder to everybody, because now you're spamming everybody. This will auto-detect the executive council and only send a text or email reminder based on their preferences to the executive council, and it keeps everybody in loops, so you don't have to. So it's like automatically keeping people up to date.
That's awesome. So you don't actively have to send out that text reminder whenever you create. Oh, okay, that's awesome.
And when you imagine having multiple groups, that's when it becomes really, really powerful.
Yeah.
Because you could have your fraternity over here, they've got one calendar, they were all using Google Calendar.
Yeah.
So you can sync all that data in, have it automatically keep everybody up to date. But then you could have your IM soccer team, you could have all these different groups, and then because you're at the epicenter of it, when you click on your calendar, it overlays all of them together, so it's all focused on you.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
And Outlook?
Yep.
Oh,
Outlook,
I need that.
anything that you can subscribe to via iCal, and then we've got a full Google import.
Okay, so you said you were focused on sororities and fraternities, but who are some of your other target markets, and where are you guys headed?
Right now, so we're, as you mentioned, laser focused on fraternities and sororities, but really it's for nonprofit, member-centric organizations.
Okay.
So where you've got a large umbrella network, oftentimes they're referred to as association management companies, have, if you imagine like a university, right, where you have like an executive umbrella, and then you've got a bunch of subgroups underneath them, nonprofits that fit that mold. Make-A-Wish is not someone that we're working with right now, but it's a perfect example for a use case. They've got a national organization and then small subgroups all across the country. They're all managing small teams, and they're constantly turning those teams over to help deliver wishes to kids, right?
Yeah.
So they've got to be productive. The data's private. They don't want ads being thrown in their members' faces, and it's all focused on the experience. That's why people are doing it, because they care, right? They wanted to come in to make an impact and help change a kid's life. So our focus is to be able to allow them to do so without having noise of everything else in the world coming in on that experience. So, and fraternities and sororities are a perfect target for us. Our founding team, all fraternity. We all understand the Greek market. We love, it's I mean, I just left a sorority conference with 900 gorgeous girls. It's a wonderful
You
market.
don't have a hard life.
Yeah, it's like a wonderful market to be working with. Everyone's fun, friendly, and they're really engaging. I mean, they want to do things on campus. Almost all of them are involved in some sort of nonprofit philanthropy. So it's a great opportunity for us for spillover into other parallel markets. So we're focused on fraternity sororities, but really college campuses, and then moving through into the nonprofit market.
That's amazing. So I know we talked a lot about the calendar, but what are some of the other applications of Groopt that really help manage, different groups and, like you said, Venn diagrams? So can I share files? What are all the applications that I can do with this?
Yeah, so it's very lightweight for sharing files. We're not trying to be Google Docs or Dropbox or anything else out there. Those are much better, like laser targeted for sharing files.
Yeah.
But for groups, it's got a lightweight ability for share files. You can edit them live online. You can comment, collaborate. It's all private. But we really focus on the individual member, like the layer groups, but then also the national organization. We give them the ability, if you imagine like a Make-A-Wish or a fraternity, again, as I don't want to say a franchise, but this will kind of liken it. They've got all these subgroups, right? Well, their national brand is a website. Well, today, most of these organizations have a one-off website that has a different color, different traditions, different themes, different feel. That would be like walking into a chain, but they didn't sell the same thing. They didn't have the same personnel. They didn't have the same look. You couldn't expect something. You didn't feel any brand consistency. And that's really important for these organizations because that's their message. So in these umbrella organizations, we allow them to, and we do all the custom design internally, we allow them to brand a number of websites, and from one place, click a button, and it will disperse websites to every single one of their groups. So we're rolling out, rolled out 135 websites for fraternities in a matter of 24 hours.
So as opposed to going back to the Facebook and Yammer and LinkedIn, where you set up your profile, your website for your group, it's all uniform to, every company's Yammer looks the exact same.
Yes.
So you guys make it, specific and brand identified for each.
So on the back end, it's the exact same. So the back end, you can customize the way that your subgroups are set up, all your permission schemes, the way that people interact with the network, and really kind of what you're tracking on the analytics side. But on the front end, you can have a public-facing website so you can spread your message. And so for a national organization that has groups all over the place, you could have, if you were allowing your groups to go off and pick their own website, right? First off, it's really difficult for a group to have someone that knows how to build one.
Yeah.
Or they're going to go spend a lot of money. They're going to end up with someone, website design that doesn't reflect the national brand or the national mission, the image. And it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So this is a way for them to efficiently and more effectively push out their brand, give their members something that, again, reflects that experience, right?
Okay.
Because you think about like your brand quality image. Well, I want to be part of something that it looks great.
Yeah.
Right? You want to be something like that's the way, the reason that we like to dress up, the reason that we like looking at pretty things. So if you hop on a website, if you've got two of them side by side, clearly you're going to like the one that has a better user experience, has a nicer design. So for a national organization, the ability to click a button and then provide that to your groups really increases that value of membership.
That's great. Well, what is on the horizon for Groopt, and how can entrepreneurs and other people take advantage of it?
How can entrepreneurs and anyone that wants to have a private space to engage with someone, even with we have use cases where someone will just want to create a group with their girlfriend. Like a guy has, I know it sounds crazy, but like they want to create one little group for their girlfriend, because she's using Google Calendar and he's using iCal. And so now they can share, not their entire calendar, but they can choose the events that they want to share with each other.
So you're also saving the institution of marriage.
Yes, that's a deeper, longer discussion.
Through one calendar at a time.
Exactly. One step at a time, we're going big. So it's really for any group, and a group can be, again, like 1-2 people.
Okay.
But an entrepreneur could leverage it for private collaboration. It's got a great task management system inside of it that we're about to launch. Free iPhone, free Android app. So when they're on the go, they can network together. It's very, very simple task management, and allows them to effectively connect with all the different things that they could be doing. So as an entrepreneur, if I had a small team or I didn't have the money to pay for a Yammer, I wanted to have my team, but I also wanted to have my business contacts that I was sharing documents back and forth, but I don't want them in the same space. And then I had, a couple clients on the side that we were trying to get fast customer iteration feedback. You want to get those feedback loops, right? So you could have all three of these networks set up in one space, and you are kind of the,
like you said, the epicenter.
the controller, the epicenter of your network.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm with Patrick Allen with Groopt, and you can go to groopt.com.